Hey guys, it's Sean again. So as you can see, I've changed the side of where my camera's at. I'm having a few technical issues with getting my feed to be exactly the way I want it. So what I was noticing was that my um, the view you guys were seeing is darker than what I was seeing. So I wanted to fix that. Hopefully I got that fixed. And I'll be honest, I'm doing everything on one PC right now, and I need to get a capture card because it's I think it's pretty difficult for this computer, as good as it is, to handle iRacing and a stream. But it'll do it. It just kind of fades in and out a little bit. I was noticing that when I was watching the video back. But I really wanted to get on here today, though, and just check out the brand new adaptive AI that iRacing just came out with. So if you watched the other video, it was about 20 minutes, I guess, maybe a little bit longer than that. I was pretty happy with it. I thought it was actually pretty decent. Um, I did notice that where normally in the AI races, if you use the AI sessions on iRacing, a lot of times you're either way slower or way faster than everybody because you're having to select the AI's range of ability. And where I'm typically in that top around 90% for myself, it's still hard to pinpoint where everyone else is at. So I'm not trying to beat. I really am not trying to beat the AI. What I want to use the AI for is to be competitive. I want to. I feel like that the AI should be a tool that you can use to learn better as far as your racecraft goes. It doesn't I don't feel like you need to be able to just blow the AI away. I feel like if you're blowing the AI away, then it's not doing any good because when I've been in normal races with other people, there's always someone on the track who's way faster than me, or two or three people or five, depending on the series. But um and then what I found out, this is just my personal opinion of running in iRacing on the normal mode, like when you're racing in the lobby races. They call it open lobby. I don't really think um, iRacing has like an open lobby. It's not like ACC where you're running in some open lobby where half of them, I think most of the people that race on iRacing are there to race. They want to race clean. They want to have a good race and have fun. I think sometimes in ACC and some of the other um, racing games that have lobbies, you have a fair amount of people in there who just want to cause havoc. And I don't see that as often in iRacing. There's the occasional, but I think for the most part, iRacing does a good job of controlling that as far as with their system for stopping people, reporting system. And so, but anyway, back to I kind of got sidetracked. I'll do that a lot. But what I think that iRacing with the AI is really meant for, and what it is for me, is it is a really good tool when you can get it to work right to really get better at racing with traffic. Um, what I've noticed, at least in my skill level, because I'm a Division 3, but that really doesn't. I don't think that really translates. Um, I hover around 2K right now in my I rating. It goes up and goes down depending on how badly I race, but for the most part, in the MX5, GR86s, and the GT4 classes, which are the three that I race in almost all the time, I think I'm a pretty solid 2K 1800 to 2K driver right now. I think that will improve over time because it does. But what happens is I'll have a week or 2 weeks of really good races, and then I'll have a week of mediocre races where it just kills my I rating. Like last week, I was at around 2100K in my I rating. And then this week, I have had an absolute crap show for a week of racing. Personal mistakes, just not being as fast. I actually moved up to race in some of the GT3 races, and I haven't raced a lot with the GT3s. I like them, but they're a lot different when you're racing than the GT4s. The GT4s, they're a completely different car. The GT3s, they depend a lot more on downforce for grip, and the GT4s are more of a like I don't know the word, but manual downforce, not downforce, but um, I can't think of the word, but the grip is different than the GT3s. So I wish I could explain it better, but not a pro. Anyway, um, but all in all, I think that the GT or the AI is a tool that would be great if they get this thing right to really level up your racecraft. And the reason I say that is if they get this adaptive AI to where it's really racing at your level and you've got cars around you more often, I feel like that it's going to put you in a situation where you have to race even the AI. And that was one thing I did see in the earlier race, and we're going to do another one here in just a few minutes. And just to give it a just a little more testing and just to see what it does because I'm really excited about it. I really felt like that for the lap times I was pushing, I did have a car that stayed with me the entire time. He was within a half second or quarter second the entire time I was on the track. Where normally when you're racing AI, you wind up in a hole where you've got cars behind you that are 2 seconds or 3 seconds behind, but then you have cars in front of you that are also 2 or 3 seconds in front, and there's just no opportunity to ever catch back up with them. So you're not really racing; you're just doing you're hot lapping for the entire time you're racing the AI. That's sort of what I found. Um, I did notice on this one early on, it was easier to pass. So the more you race in the longer you're in the race, the more difficult it became for me to catch cars and for to pass them once I got to them. So I did notice that about it, and trying to think of what we should do as far as what race I should do. I want to do a track that I know that I'm really good on, and a car that I'm really really good on. Um, so I was trying to do a little thinking about it, and I'm thinking that possibly let's look at the officials or the official races right now. You've got like the MX5s, and they're at Lime Rock Park. Let's look at theirs because yeah, I like Lime Rock Park pretty well. It's got that. Well, that one's the one with both chicanes in it. I'm not really a fan of that one, but we don't have to race that one. We could do any of the Lime Rock Park ones. Let's see what their lap times are generally. Well, their lap times would be different than what I like because I like Lime Rock. I just don't like this little part. You can't see it, but um can't see my mouse right now. But I don't like that second chicane on that's the one track I don't particularly care for. I do okay on it. I prefer to have that part taken out and where you're making that one right hand turn and going under the bridge. It makes it for a little bit faster and a little more racy coming around the back corner, back last turn. So let's not do that one. Let's go back to the official races and we'll see what else they have. I'm just kind of getting an idea, but Lime Rock Park is generally a good track for me. Um, Nürburgring, never a good track for me. Let's see. They're at Suzuka, and I don't do well at Suzuka anyway. See what they. Let's look at their schedule this week. I'm eligible to compete, but yeah, and I don't have the track. So I don't own all the tracks yet, obviously. So let's see here. And I apologize, guys. Right now, my I don't know where my um chat box is. So look, this is all fairly new to me. I've done a few streams, but I don't do a lot of them. I'm planning on doing a lot more, but right now I'm trying to, let's see, docs, YouTube live control panel, and chat. There we go. There's the chat. See, my chat box just jumped right up in the middle there. Sign in to chat. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Go to my doc, live control panel. So now I have to sign in. I don't even know my password. I don't ever use passwords anymore, so I save them all and I don't remember any of them. Another thing I was thinking about doing, and I don't know if it would help anybody out or not, because look, I'm not a I'm going to say this a lot, but I am not a pro, guys. I'm not, you know, some of these guys are really, really good, and I'm really, really mediocre at this point. Now, look, I'm improving, and I expect to be really good, and I race to win. Don't get me wrong, but I don't. Look. I don't have any. I don't have any. Trying to think. Another. Yeah, there we go. I don't have any ideas of being the best ever or anything like that. I'm just an old guy that really, really enjoys racing. And so, give me a second. Let me go over here. Go to. I don't know. Oh wait, Gmail account. What does it say? Pull down the notification. What? Well, this is a really fun video, I'm sure. No, no, no. No. Let's see that. Maybe that'll do it. We're gonna get this thing, guys. I promise. There we go. That's what I needed. To here. We'll get it here in a second. All right. Now let's try this. There. All right. Now let's go to here. They are making this difficult. There we go. Now let's try this. Just continue. Okay. Oh my goodness. No, just go. Continue. Oh, come on. Really? This is being a royal pain in my rear. Don't worry about it, guys. We're going to get this. No, not particularly. Get rid of that. Get this up here off of there. You guys are seeing technologically not advanced human. Down, just go. Get rid of that. Now let's go back over to. Oh goodness. Get rid of. Okay. We're gonna get it, guys. I promise. Thing. If it fixed it. Okay. Now it looks so weird. I gotta shrink this down so I can see what I'm. String. Okay. Now let's go to please come up. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. So if you do show up in the chat, I will be able to see you. I can't promise you that I will be able to talk because, well, I'm technologically that word challenged. Okay. Like that. You. There we go. All right. Now, anyway, so where were we at? Sorry about that. Had to do a little creativing. So I'm hoping that I got everything fixed up. So let's go. What I want to do is I would love to do a little um, another test, but with something like the MX-5 because I am a lot faster in the MX-5 than I am the GT4s. I love iRacing. Okay, just going to put that out there. My favorite sim around. In fact, I gave up I've been doing iRacing for about 3 years, and the last year and a half, 2 years, exclusively on iRacing. I stopped doing iRacing after I got it in 2021, right after the Big C, and just kind of was like wasn't getting what I wanted to get out of it, so I got ACC, and as everybody knows, ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I love the game. It's a great game. I have one problem with it, and it's not really a problem with the game itself, but you can't. I can't. I mean, there are guys out there that can do different race games, sims, whatever you want to call them, and be competitive at all of them. I cannot. ACC, the issue I had was braking. Braking is a beast for me on it. It's all or nothing. It's like I think you're going to see if you're not familiar with ACC. I don't feel like I don't personally think that the braking model is really as accurate as it should be. I've seen pro drivers on their YouTube channels and kind of compare the two. I can't speak to that because I'm not a pro. I just like to race. Um, but I've seen um, what they do and how they race. And if you watch um, racing in general, and you see like the brake pedal and the gas pedal and all that, and you watch the guys race, there's a lot of modulation of the brake that you don't see. I don't see it in ACC, and you do see it a lot more in iRacing. I feel like that the braking model is a lot more accurate. You can make mistakes in the braking where um, you don't even have the opportunity in ACC. But once I started doing iRacing, I can't even race on ACC anymore because the braking model is so much different, and I don't think anybody has ever really hit on that. It's to me it's night and day. It's your if you're braking on um, ACC, it's like you push the brake all the way to 100%, and then you back off as when you trail brake around the corner. On iRacing, depending on the car you're driving, you may never push the brake all the way to 100%. Especially on cars like the ones that I've driven, cars like the Cadillac or the um, the Spec Ford. I've never used full brake on the spec Ford. If you push the brake all the way to the floor on the spec Ford, you will lock up the front wheels and you'll slide right off the track. So but you really have to pay attention to your braking, and I feel like that's more a realistic um, braking model than what you're going to see in ACC. Not saying ACC is not a great racing game, but it's not great for me. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing where my frame rate is not doing all that great. So I haven't even started racing yet. So yeah, it's dropped a bazillion frames. I've got to figure this out, guys. I really do. I mean, it probably won't let me do anything. No, it won't let me do anything to it right now because I'm streaming. So, but guys, I hate to drop out like this, but since no one's here anyway, I'm going to drop out and I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with my frame rate or my not my frame rate. It's my um yeah, that my kbps's and it's dropped frames. It's dropping a ton of frames and I'm not even racing. So let me drop out, guys. I'm going to do some adjustments and see if I can get this thing figured out. And that's what this whole day right here is for, is I'm just trying to figure things out and get my stream running properly. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. When I come back, once I get this fixed, we're going to do some testing with the um, probably the MX5 on the don't know which track yet, but with the adaptive AI because I'm really excited about this, guys. I really want to share. So I'll see you